guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm just gonna jump right into it. So as you can see, I'm applying some primer. I am also applying it to my under eye, that way when I put the color it can stick very well in there. And now I'm using my Juvia's Place palette, that bright orange shade, and I am putting it all over my eyelid, blending it out nice and even on both my eyes. And this is going to be the transition shade for the blues and greens I'm going to be using. And I'm using the Take Me to Brazil palette by BH Cosmetics. And I am starting off with this flat brush on the side of my eye, like the outer corner. And I'm basically just patting it on, just kind of like getting an outline of how I want my eyeshadow to be. And I wanted it to be not all the way up because I still want to see the transition shade on top. So I just pointed it out on the side very low, and then I'm going in with this blending brush to make sure that there's no harsh lines or anything like that. I felt like I needed a little bit more blending going on, so I added a little bit more color to the transition shade, and instead of leaving the orange, I decided to add some yellow on there from the palette. And I'm using this very small brush, and I'm just above the blue. I'm trying to pat on that yellow, so that way it's like blending. It's like in between green, yellow, and blue. So now I'm cutting the crease with this very light concealer. And what I do is I just place it on my eye, and then I look up, and that kind of gives you an outline of how your cut crease should look like. So you just use a very small brush, and you basically follow that outline and try to make it as straight as you possibly could. It doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to go along after we're done or halfway done with our eyeshadow. We're going to go back and we're going to fix it if it doesn't look too perfect. So you're just going to fill in, make it. I'm doing like a half cut crease. So that is how it's looking, and you just do the exact same thing with the other eye. Make sure they look similar. You don't want one to be higher than the other. The technique that I used for the first one should definitely help with the second eye and make it a lot more simple. So now I'm getting this bright green, yellowish color from the palette, and I'm using this very tiny flat brush and just patting it on. I'm patting it on top of the concealer, and since the base or the concealer color is like very white, you're able to tell what color you're adding much easier. Especially, as you can tell, I'm like very tan. So yeah, that really does help if you want to add like a pop of bright color. So now I am just basically gonna try to blend the two colors together by adding this darker green. And I'm just patting it as well as like trying to blend it at the same time with the same brush. And this right here is giving you that ombre effect. I was aiming for that ombre effect. So from green to darker green and then blue. Right below the waterline, I'm just adding some of that green under there to make the eye look blended as well on the bottom and as on the top. So that same blue color that we used for the outer corner, I use it on the very small brush, and this is what makes your cut crease look a lot more defined, is adding that blue or a darker shade on top, so that way it looks much straighter. And I'm going back with Juvia's Place with the fluffy large brush, and I'm getting that bright blue color because I feel like that blue that I added from the BH Cosmetics palette was a little too light for my liking. You could have left the light one if you like, but I feel like I like it to be brighter, and I wanted it to be like an ombre, like you could tell what color I was adding. and then I use this lighter shade from the same palette to kind of blend that together. And this color is kind of shimmery, but not too much, so I feel like it looks perfect with this. And now I'm using, this is also optional, I'm using this like glitter eyeliner that I got. I forgot what brand it, I think it's like LA Colors or something, and it's like a silver one. And so I'm outlining the cut crease line with this, and I'm kind of going halfway in. Now it's time for lashes, of course, and I'm using these Ardell number 814, cutting the inner corner and a little bit of the outer corner with my little scissors. And I already had my glue, but it kind of got stuck to my finger. Yeah, that happens sometimes. Even though I have a lot of experience with eyelashes, it still happens to me. You just have to be very patient, and also make sure you definitely stick both ends right along your lash line. So right here I'm putting some lash primer because my lashes on my under eyes are very like short, and I'm also adding some blue eyeliner to my waterline, some primer, making sure I'm ready for this foundation, the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop. Honestly, I don't really recommend this foundation because it's very drying. I have oily skin at times, but this is like overly drying. Like if I smile, it creases around my like lips, and yeah, it's just like kind of hard to deal with it over time. But this is what I have for now. I have to look for a better foundation. So yeah, I use this like blendy brush, a smaller one, and it looks pretty good, honestly. And I'm going in to make it even more drying with some setting powder and some contour. If you guys have any suggestions for a good foundation, please let me know. And contouring the normal way. Don't forget the neck area, especially, I'm a little chubby, so I need to try to look as thin as I can with this makeup. I am like loving this look. Honestly, it's probably one of my most favorite ones I've done. And now adding mascara to make sure you blend the fake eyelashes with your real ones, and then adding mascara to your lower lashes. And I'm using this Alchemist palette, the green color, and I'm using my pinky because it's easier for me. You gotta use what God gave you sometimes, your fingers, so that you could put highlight. And I'm using the same highlight on my cheekbones and above my eyebrow. This bittersweet lipstick, you guys, Anastasia Beverly Hills has like the best liquid lipsticks. I got this one at Marshall's for like $5. Marshall's has like really good deals. Just saying, I should make some videos about Marshall's because they have really, really good makeup there at times. You just gotta know which one to look at. Yeah, I think I am all done with my look. Literally, I love it. This day was a very good makeup day for me. I literally tried something new. I came up with this on the spot, and I surprised myself, honestly. Yeah. Thank you for watching my video, you guys. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe and like.